Balaclava Crochet tutorial. To make it easier to see the stitches, wool yarn is being used for the demonstration. Materials needed. Start with a magic ring. Hold the yarn between your left pinky and ring finger. Wrap it around your index finger once, then around your middle and ring fingers once. Press the intersection with your thumb. Insert the hook into the ring, pull the yarn through, and twist it into one loop. Round 1. With the hook in front of the yarn over from bottom to top and pull through the loop. 1 chain stitch is completed. Chain 2 more. These 3 chain stitches replace the first double crochet, so place a stitch marker on the 3rd chain stitch. This is the first stitch of this round. Then work a normal double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook into the ring, yarn over and pull through. You now have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. 1 double crochet is completed. Let me demonstrate the double crochet again. The 2nd double crochet is completed, including the initial 3 chain stitches. This is equivalent to 3 double crochets, then chain 2. 3 double crochets plus 2 chain stitches form 1 pattern repeat. You need to work 4 repeats in total. Let me demonstrate 1 more repeat. Complete the remaining 2 repeats yourself. Note: at the end of each round, you must slip stitch into the first stitch to join. Insert the hook into the first stitch, yarn over and pull through, then directly pull through the loop on the hook. This slip stitch is only for joining and should be pulled tight. Then, fasten off and weave the yarn to the back of the work. Pull the starting tail to tighten the ring. Round 2. Change yarn. First, make a slip knot and adjust the loop size. Join the yarn from the large space under any one of the 2 chain stitches from the previous round. Chain 3 to replace the first double crochet. Then, work 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. Including the initial 3 chain stitches, this is equivalent to 3 double crochets. Then, chain 2. Next, work 3 double crochets in the same stitch. Two sets of 3 double crochets separated by 2 chain stitches form 1 pattern repeat. This round has 4 repeats in total. Let me demonstrate 1 more repeat. After completing the remaining 2 repeats, it should look like this. At the end, slip stitch and fasten off. Round 3. Change yarn using the same method as before. Again, join the yarn from the space under the 2 chain stitches at any corner. Chain 3 to replace the first double crochet. Then work 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. Including the initial 3 chain stitches, this is equivalent to 3 double crochets. Then, chain 2. Next, work 3 double crochets in the same stitch. Two sets of 3 double crochets separated by 2 chain stitches form the corner method. Then, move to the 4 sides, the space between the 2 sets of 3 double crochets from the previous round. Work 3 double crochets here. Continue with the corner and side methods to complete the remaining 3 repeats. After finishing, it should look like this. Slip, stitch, and fasten off. Round 4. Continue changing yarn and crocheting. Still join from the corner spaces under the 2 chain stitches. First, work the corner. 2 sets of 3 double crochets separated by 2 chain stitches. Then work the side. Here, you need to work 2 sets of 3 double crochets. Continue with the corner and side methods to complete the remaining 3 repeats. After finishing, it should look like this. Slip stitch and fasten off. Let me show you how to weave in the ends. Insert the hook into a stitch near the yarn tail, picking it up from the middle, then pull the yarn through. This secures part of the yarn. Finally, trim the excess. You need to crochet a total of 12 such granny squares. Then, arrange them as shown, and use stitch markers to secure the adjacent positions. Next, slip stitch them together following the direction and order indicated in the diagram. Join demonstration. Pick up the adjacent inner loops of 2 granny squares in sequence, then work a slip stitch. Note that the slip stitch should not be pulled tight. Keep it loose. Each stitch should be at least the width of 1 double crochet. Otherwise, the hat may deform and not lie flat. Continue slip stitching all pieces together in this manner. After joining the vertical pieces, you can shape it into a hat and slip stitch the remaining parts. Once fully joined, it should look like this. Next, start crocheting the edge. First, make a slip knot and adjust the loop, then begin from the bottom of the hat. Join the yarn from under the rightmost 2 chain stitches. Chain 3 to replace the first double crochet. Then work 1 more double crochet in the same space. These 2 stitches match the number of the 2 chain stitches in the space. Then, when you reach the double crochet positions, work a front post double crochet. Instead of inserting the hook into the stitch, insert it from behind the double crochet post, then work a double crochet. This makes the double crochet stand out. Next, in the following stitch, work a back post double crochet. This time, insert the hook from the front of the double crochet post, then work a double crochet. This makes the double crochet recede. Continue alternating between front post double crochet and back post double crochet to complete this round. When you reach the joined sections, treat them as 2 stitches, 1 front post double crochet and 1 back post double crochet. At the end of this round, when you reach the 2 chain stitches space, work 2 double crochets. After completing this round, turn the work. Chain 3 to replace 1 double crochet. Then, observe the pattern from the previous round. Work a front post double crochet on the double crochet posts that stand out, the raised ones. And work a back post double crochet on the double crochet posts that recede, the indented ones. Alternate in this manner to complete the round. For the following rounds, continue working in rows, turning after each row, using the same method to ensure the posts align consistently. Since tension and head size vary, the number of rounds is not fixed. Try it on your head until it reaches about shoulder length. Mine took 7 rounds. Finally, fasten off. Next, crochet the front brim. The method is the same as the bottom edge. Do not cut the yarn. Simply chain 3 and work back to the left. Again, alternate 1 front post double crochet and 1 back post double crochet. Work back and forth in rows for about 4 rounds, or adjust based on how it fits when tried on. Do not fasten off at the end. Continue to make the ties. Chain stitches to your desired length. I chained 80. Then, starting from the 3rd chain from the hook, work a bobble stitch made of 5 double crochets. Yarn over, insert the hook into the middle of the stitch, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, leaving 2 loops on the hook. This is 1 unfinished double crochet. Continue working 4 more unfinished double crochets in the same stitch. After finishing, you have 6 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all loops. Then, slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the start to secure. Pull the yarn tail through the center of the bobble and trim the excess. For the other tie, join yarn and repeat the same method. Finally, weave in all ends using the method shown earlier. This tutorial was carefully crafted. If you enjoyed it, remember to like, share, and subscribe.